All right, guys, here's my video for problem number 2. My number 2 is similar to yours, and you can see what mine says. It reads, Susie wants to purchase a container that will hold the most flour. Write a note recommending a container and justify your choice. So you see I have 2 containers pictured just like you guys have. The container on the left is a cylinder. The container on the right is a cone. Here's my dimensions on the cylinder. It's 22 inches high. It's 16 inches in diameter. The cone is also 16 inches in diameter. This part of the cone up to the top here, the cylinder part of it's 20, then up to the top of the cone is 7. So the total height here of this cone is 27. All right, so we had to find the volume of the cylinder and the volume of the cone. So here's the formula you want to use for volume of the cylinder. Volume equals capital B base times height, and the base of the cylinder is a circle. So we're using the circle formula, which is pi times radius squared, and then I just recopy the h. So now on my figure, I show you the diameter is 16. So that means we're going to use a radius of 8. So I sub into my formula, and I recopy the pi. I put 8 in for r, and then I put 22 in for the height. So now you're going to use order of operations to evaluate. So for me, I went 8 squared, and that meant 8 times 8 was 64. So then on my calculator, I went pi times 64 times 22, and I got the volume is approximately, that's why that's a squiggly equal sign, 4,421.12 cubic inches. All right, now on the cone, I'm going to use this formula, and the only difference is the volume of the cone is equal to the base times the height divided by 3, or it's 1/3 base times height. And again, the base of the cone is a circle, so on my circle formula, it's pi times radius squared, and the radius is the same, it's 8 since my diameter is 16, and my height, the total height from the bottom all the way up to the top is 27. So on the cone then I have pi times 8 to the second power times 27. All that's divided up by 3. So again, I'm using order of operations. So 8 squared means 8 times 8, which is 64. So on my calculator, I went pi times 64 times 27, got that total, and I divided it by 3. So the volume of my cone is 1,808.64 cubic inches. And you see that there. So now when I'm comparing those two, obviously I can tell that the volume of the cylinder is more than the volume of the cone. So my recommendation is that Susie should take the cylinder for the flour because it will hold more flour. All right, and so when you guys finish yours out, then write me a little recommendation on which cylinder should be chosen for the sugar. Mine's flour, yours says sugar. All right, guys, hope that helps.